this year's Breeders' Cup's a testament to how tough racing's become and how great the horses of Kentucky have become. With the largest contingent of horses going to run this year being based at Churchill Downs. I think it's the first time, and I think it speaks highly of what's been going on here. And of course, Ellis Park. It's the breeding ground for 2-year-olds, and it looks like the juveniles are well represented from Ellis Park.
And it's not just a 2-year-old program though, but Sally's Curlin and Mr. Freeze ran in allowance races.
They did run allowance race down there.
As older horses.
Yes, and Mr. Freeze got beat on his comeback down there, so hopefully he can win the Breeders' Cup Mile. And things are going good here in Kentucky. We got a year-round circuit now, and the strength of Ellis Park is proof that what we want for it.
He's one of the 2-year-olds that came out of the Ellis Park program, 2-year-old program that went on to win a Grade 1 race. And if you look around at the entries for the Breeders' Cup, there's a whole lot of your colleagues here at Churchill Downs in there. Just sort of talk about, more so than any other group, any other track, there's more horses from Churchill Downs.
Oh, yes. It's a strong colony here. It's a lot of good horses. If you can win in Kentucky, you can win anywhere, I say.
In your first long go-round as a trainer, you were based mainly in New York and Florida. Now, in this, second iteration,
now this is probably about the third or fourth.
The third or fourth? Okay, well, in your third or fourth iteration, you're here in Kentucky.
Yes.
And just sort of talk about the Kentucky circuit's not what it was when maybe before you, for many years, you would just shipped in for some stakes and then go back home.
I did, but then in I have to say the 90s, but 1990s, I was here with Country Roberts.
That's right.
And so we had a lot of horses here. We keep 30 here or something through a few of those years. And I've always enjoyed Kentucky racing, really. That was great for us. And I think now, as the way things are going, Kentucky's going to be the center of racing, I think it's going to take over from New York and California.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot different situation than when you were here in the 90s for Country Roberts. Yeah.
It is.
Just sort of your thoughts on some of the purse money that's offered.
Yes, it makes us, and it keeps other tracks where they have to compete a little bit. So Kentucky racing is really coming. I think when Turfway gets going and built up, and things, it'll be a pretty good year-round
country. The largest single group of horses is coming from Churchill Downs, including Serengeti Empress. And a lot of them are coming out of Ellis's 2-year-old program, which she did win a stake there too. But also some coming out from, Lady Kate, won the Groupie Doll, for instance. Just speak to, what Kentucky racing and where it's come the last couple of years.
Well, I think there's a couple of things going on here in Kentucky. Number one, it's purse structure, and the purses have gotten very good here. And because it's so centrally located, and because, you can really train in a lot of different venues and still race at Churchill Downs, Ellis Park, Kentucky Downs, Keeneland, it makes it a popular place. And so popular racing makes competitive racing. And if you can be successful at those tracks, it's going to lead you to the national stage as we see this year.
You look at how many horses are coming from right here at Churchill Downs, the single biggest group, and like in every race, what it says about, you've been training Kentucky a long time, what it says about the last few years with the Kentucky program, and how many are coming out of Ellis, not just their 2-year-olds, but like in the case of Sconsin, coming out of the 3-year-old filly stake.
This Churchill meet year-round, the spring, the fall, it's just tough meat. They've got every year picked up some new outfits and that, and it's I think it's the toughest racing in the country, really. I do. From start from the bottom claimers on up to allowance and stake horses. You got to run, man. It's tough.